Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pruning to Prosper. My name is Gina, and today I have a reading from St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians to get us started. Therefore, it is said, "Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give you light. Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise men, but as wise, making the most of the time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is." Hello, everyone. My name is Gina Morton, and I'm your host here at Pruning to Prosper. It's the podcast where we help women declutter their lives so they can make room for God. So, we are kicking off a summer series today that I'm so excited about. I'm going to start with a story that goes way back to high school that hopefully will kind of paint a little picture in your mind. So I had a history teacher in high school that was very opinionated and very smart woman, but she was also very overweight. So much so that she used to walk around with her hands folded under her chin, resting on her bosoms. So when she said to me one day that I was lazy, I gave her what the kids today would call the side eye. And she said, "I don't mean in your running," because I was kind of known for being a runner. So she said, I don't mean in your running. I mean that you are lazy in your efforts with your studies and your brain. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it was a truth bomb. And sometimes in our lives, we need a truth bomb. And while I did get ruffled under my feathers when she said that, I also immediately agreed with her that I wasn't very studious. I did really the bare minimum to get by. I did have to work really hard in high school just to get B's, but I never really went above and beyond just the basic homework that was assigned. Um, so I think once you hear the truth, you have to humble yourself and then take some action. So that's what I am hoping for this summer series. It is going to be a summer declutter series, and Tough Love Gina is coming at ya. So this series is really for the woman that is ready to get her house in order. So how is this going to work? The very first thing I want you to establish is the habit of praying the rosary. And if you're already saying, "I don't have time to pray the rosary," guess what? Your assignment is to pray two every day because your priorities are all out of whack. If you don't have 15 minutes a day to pray the rosary, you got way too much going on, way too much clutter in your life to ever get to heaven. You have to make time for God and you have to give him at least 15 minutes a day, which is the rosary. And our Blessed Mother at every apparition has said, "Pray the rosary, pray the rosary." So this summer series is going to be a rosary, but it's going to be a rosary unlike any I think you've ever done. It is what I am calling a motivational rosary. So I'm going to help you do a daily rosary, and I'm going to help you declutter your homes all in one fell swoop. So if this sounds like fun to you, grab a buddy, hop on the private Facebook group for Printing to Prosper. There is a post in there if people are looking for an accountability buddy. But it's always better to do it with a friend. Just send them a text, say like, "Hey, did you listen to the podcast today? Get on it, do your rosary." So how is this going to work? It's going to be, first of all, I have to tell you, this whole idea came from God himself. So I'm going to do it because I'm obedient. And so I was praying and I got this idea for like a tough love summer. And then which I thought was prompted from the Holy Spirit. And then I was like, "I don't know, God, I'm not totally clear on what you want me to do." So I went for a walk and I prayed 4 full rosaries. And on the last decade of the fourth rosary, this all came together in my mind. And I was like, "Yes, God, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited." All right. So how is it going to work? We are going to do 11 more weeks. So this is week one today, and we have 11 weeks to go. So it's going to take us through Labor Day. And every week, I'm going to have my regular Wednesday episode, and it's going to be a podcast episode on Wednesdays. However, we are going to be praying the rosary, and I will be guiding you through the rosary and through the decluttering of a certain area of your home. Then, what I'm asking you to do is to replay that podcast every day that week because most people that are probably listening to this have more than 20 minutes worth of clutter and stuff in that room. So, play that episode as many times as you need that week to get through that area of your home. The next week, we will move on to a new area of your home, and so on and so forth for the next 11 weeks. Okay? Does that sound like fun? So, if this sounds good, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, grab a buddy, join the private Facebook group. Also, I encourage you to sign up for my monthly newsletter. I went from a weekly newsletter to monthly because it was too much. So, it's a monthly newsletter now, but I will post the free and live Zoom links in that newsletter every month, so that we can talk about your decluttering process. If you have any questions, you need some encouragement, whatever, pop on that monthly live Zoom and we will get to know each other. And yeah, so I think I hit on all the things I wanted to talk about. So yeah, so get your declutter bags ready, get your boxes ready, call for the weekly pickup of stuff that you're going to have donating. But for most of us, let's just get started. And I want you to this week to focus on praying your rosary. Start establishing that habit of praying the rosary every day, and then set up your pickup or figure out your plan of when this stuff is going to get out of your house. There is no selling of things on Facebook. There's no any of that. It gets out of your house. That's just another hurdle to getting this stuff out of your house. Okay, so don't come to me hoping that I'm going to give you the blessing on selling things. No, it's not worth your time. All right, have a great week, and I will see you next Wednesday when we begin our summer declutter series with our motivational rosary. Have a great day.